Yeah, right. Get
So
permissions.
yeah. So last time we were discussing about the iterator, iter cycles, method, and the repeat and other things, right?
Yeah,
I hope you didn't try any of the example because it was like, right?
yeah.
Hmm. Nice. You can try in whenever you are feeling well. Okay. So, remaining topics like we have some more modules left over here that we are going to see now. So, what are the different modules still we have to cover, and what are the things topic over here similar like the iterator and iter tools? So that day also I mentioned that we have the decorators and generator, right?
Yeah.
So what actually this decorator is? Let me remove all this. So what do you think actually the what could be the decorator and what could be the generator? Any idea? Any clue you are able to get it?
Yeah, decorative is something you might want to make any modification, something like that, or present.
Yeah. Like suppose you have to present one gift, right? Take one scenario that you have to present one gift, right, to your any
Yeah,
of your friends like that. So you are not going to give that directly the gift, right? So what you will do?
we're
You
gonna
will
decorate.
you will first put some
Decoration.
decoration on that one. That wrap up you will do put some stickers and that you are going to give it to your friend, right?
Yeah,
So here the decorator is also doing the same thing. How we can relate into our real world. So if any existing function is there, okay, if any of the function is there and it is doing its work, right? Now
mm-hmm.
these decorators are the special functions, okay. So decorators are special functions only and that it is when you are going to apply these functions to anyone, it will just modify uh, the things. So how it is going to modify, how it is going to decorate the things that we need to see, right?
Yeah,
And meanwhile, suppose something is there that you are going to do the modification on a particular item. Okay, so while modification, there is a chances that you are going to tamper the original state of that item, right? Because in the modification, it may happen. But decorators will take care that whatever the existing functionality is there, it will be always same. Based on top of that functionality, it will provide some of the functions, some of the work. Got it? So that
yeah,
is the work. So suppose you have defined some functions like say hello or something like that. You have defined one function, okay, and this function is basically doing what it is doing. It is printing something welcome or some like that. Let
yeah,
me write the rough code over here. Okay, later on we can modify. So suppose like, and don't go for the syntax and semantic if it is missing over here. It's simply for the explanation. So in this say hello function, what it is doing, it is printing the welcome. So whenever it is getting called, it will print welcome, right? That
yeah.
is its intention of writing the function.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so how we can decorate this function now? There may be questions because we have seen that any existing function can be applied with the decorator function and it's getting modified. So how we can decorate this one? Okay. So suppose whenever you are at the console and you have, if you run this program and it will give you the some output like this welcome, right? But you don't want this simple welcome. What you can do, you can define some work before this one, like suppose you are giving some like this line, right? And inside that you want to print welcome, so that it's like it will give you the meaningful output, right? By which you can be easily able to identify that the below whatever you will write over here x y z and that lines, that is the part of this welcome, right?
Yeah,
So you are wrapping this welcome output into one particular function, right? And so this work of wrapping is going to be done by this decorator function. So we'll see how we are going to write and what would be the syntax for this one. So hopefully if it is opened, uh, yeah, the basic example for decoration, like the work what you have seen just now. Okay, so just see over here, this is my main function. Okay, this is my one of the functions which is going to printing the hello message to console, right? I want this hello message should be into some formatted way. Like here I have taken this minus signs, instead of that here in this code it is like the dollar sign, right? So if you run this item, this is the functions which we are going to decorate. Okay, so for this decoration we have written the code over here. So this decoration part of the function you can write anywhere after the main function, before main function, anywhere you can write it. Okay, like this say hello functions I have written over here, you can write in the first line itself, there is no issue. Only what you have to do, you have to make use of this say hello function somewhere inside decor. That is the decorator function's given name. An important thing, whatever the functions you are going to decorate, that function itself you have to pass as an argument to the decorator function. Clear?
Yeah.
So say hello is a function and I want to decorate this one. So this whole function I have to pass to the decorator function. So just jump over here now. This is one of the function, decor is the name. Okay. And here we have to simply give one parameter, that is the function. Okay, fun means you have to specify the function over here. By default, if you see the description, it is showing fun means any, means it can take any kind of the function. It can take any kind of the argument. So whenever we are creating the object of that decor over here, means how we are not creating the object, means we are calling that function, right? This decor function we are calling, and what would be the argument for this one? So argument itself is the say hello function to this one. Okay, so this is the execution and the entry point of this program. So somewhere in this program, it will search where is the decor function. So first it will jump over here and it will find that this is the decor function, and it is asking one parameter with the name say hello. So always if we are working on the decoration, it will take the function itself as the argument. So it will come to know that this say hello is the some functions which is already defined, which he has to decorate. Okay, so it will search over here. This is the say hello function over here, and it is having only one line, print hello. So this whole function will be taken as the input to this decor now. Now, what this decor function will do? How it is going to decorate your say hello function, right? That is the question. So
Yeah.
for that purpose, inside this decor, we have defined one function, as you can see, the inner function over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is the inner function work, and after doing its work, it is returning the object of this function itself. Getting? Wrap is the functions. All the operations is going to be wrap up over here, and then it is returned to this one. Like fun is your item, what you want to gift. Okay, and this wrap is one of the shopkeeper or the gift seller, something like that, who is providing the wrapping work to you. Sometimes the people will not have the facility to decorate it, right? So he will guide you somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe not always, but it is. So like that, this decor functions will take your gift, right? Suppose I am the gift seller, okay. So what I will do, if I am the seller, I have the facility, I can wrap it, right? But I am the person who is selling something, and I don't have the facility to wrap it up. So what you will do, you will ask me to take this one and wrap the gift and then return to me, right? So
Yeah.
in the next shopkeeper, there is a person who is having this facility. So like that, I will get the wrap up from him, and it will be returned to me, and that wrap up will be I will return to you, right?
Yeah.
So same thing it is doing. Decode function, it is having the item that is known as the say hello. It will take that one, but before taking that one, it will have one function, that is this function wrap function will always do the wrapping. Okay, no other work. Okay, so what it will do wrapping and how it will do wrapping, that is the question now. See here, this is the simply line which we want to print before hello, right? And this
Yeah.
is the line which we want to print after hello. In between, it has called that function. And what is this function? This function is nothing but the functions which you have passed as the argument. Okay. So say hello is passed from here. So say hello will come to this one and it will override this one with the say hello. And then here say hello will be called, right?
Yeah.
So whatever the content of that one, that is going to be printed, and after that some more decoration will be done, and then finally this decor function is returning the decorated item to you, right? It is this return function is from this decor, not from this wrap, right? So this
Yeah.
decor functions will give you the wrapped one, and it will again, where it will come after returning this one, it will come again to this one, and whatever the wrapped item it is there, that it will store into some variable, right?
Yeah.
That you can print like this one. This is the class. No, this is an function only. So here we are not going to create the object to call the function. What the return value we are getting, that we are simply calling it. So if we run this one, what could be the output?
Hello. Yeah.
Correct? As
Yeah.
expected, nothing more changes in this one. So this is how wrapper is going to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there may be a question into your mind, why we are wrapping this one, right? It's only for the providing the functionality. It's not that you have to write the in wrapping. You have to write that $$ only, right? What we
Yeah.
have to do means the say hello will be output will be hello. It will be printed, but before and after that you can do any work.
Yeah.
Take an example of the file. What we are doing, we are either appending the file or we are doing any kind of the operation on the file, but before that we are opening and after that we are closing it, right?
Yeah.
The same thing it is like done over here. So this is the one of the example of the Python decorator, right? Similar
Yeah.
kind, like instead of this decorator, what the functions we are provided, we have provided one functions as the argument, right?
Mhm.
And this decorator function is didn't received any kind of the this function, this what the function we are going to decorate, that is not taking any argument, right? Suppose there is a scenario when it is taking the some of the argument to process it, and then it should return the result to you. Okay, take an example like the addition, multiplication, whatever we want to take. Like if it is a function defined, add inside that a comma b will be function and it is returning a plus b, like that, right?
Yeah.
Then how we are going to wrap that kind of the function, and what could be the changes we have to do over there? So here in typing, it will take time, so that's what I typed it and keep the items ready for you to explain it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look over here, this is the simple function. It is the divide function. This is having the two argument a comma b, and it is simply doing the work of returning a by b. Correct?
Yeah.
But if you remember, in the case of the exceptions, we have seen that if b value is 0 and if we are performing the operation of the division, then it is going to raise one exception and it at that divide by 0. So it is not going to execute it, right?
Yeah.
So how to deal that one? So we already know that by making use of the exceptions, we can raise one exception, right? But here we
Yeah.
are talking for the decorators. We are not going to deal for the exception. Exception is at their own place. We are now dealing with the decorators. How we can check it out? So this is the function, okay, divide, and it is getting called with the sum of the argument 2 and 3. So means 2 divided by 3, it is going to be returned from this one, this function, correct? Here, if you see this line number 15, we are not making use of any kind of the decoration till now, right? Only we are simply calling the divide method, and this is the divide method which is going to return the result. Okay, very first line you can see now this divide, whatever we are having the function, now we will pass inside the decorator. Okay, it means we need to define one decorator function, and in that function we have to pass the divide function as the argument, correct?
Yeah.
So let's jump. If you see this line, it is saying that decode is a sum of the function which is having one function as the argument. So it will search in the whole application where is the decorator function. It will come to this line now because here is the definition. And as I mentioned, it is the one of the function itself. So it will come to this line, and what the value it is having here the argument. So here from here we are passing the divide, right? So this
Yeah.
divide it will search where it is. It is present over here. So this divide method will be passed over here. Method and functions is almost same. Okay, don't get confused. Sometimes I'm calling the function, sometimes I'm calling method, right? Because
Yeah.
if you talk for the other programming language, method is known as the function, function is known as method. Okay, so like the previous example, it will come to this decorator part now. Okay, it has the item has two items has been passed over here for the decoration work. Okay, in this decoration work, what it is doing first before proceeding further itself, right? What it is doing, it is checking whether b is equal to 0 or not. If it is 0, it will give you direct message, right? Without
Yeah.
returning anything. So if b is equal to 0, it will return, but before returning, it will give you the message can't divide by 0 like that message. If this condition is false, right, it will directly come over here. And what it will do? It is returning, what it is returning? It is returning fun a comma b. And what is the fun? Fun will be whatever the fun it is written there, that will be overridden by the divide method, right?
Yeah.
So now it will return divide of a comma b. So divide of a comma b will be this one only, right? But before this one, it has done some decoration part, and in the decoration only, it has given you the message. So this is without decoration, this is with decoration. Okay, if you look over here, and this is with the decoration, but b as the 0, correct?
Yeah.
Let's run.
Okay.
2 times output, 1 time can't get divided by 0 like that. So it doesn't means in the decoration functions we can only decorate the things, right? We can put
Yeah.
some of the conditions and other things also. Let me just give you an example. For connecting the database, you okay, means your work is to fetch the data from any of the database, and then you need to display in the Tableau, right? So
Yeah.
there what you will do, first you will connect to that one, right?
Yeah.
And then you will display, and after that you have to close it. So that decoration part we can take as the connecting and closing, right? That is the decoration part. we can write in the decoration part. The main functions will be what the work you are doing, that will be the main function, and decoration part will be, you can simply put into the decoration part will handle the connection and closing of the connection. Correct? So means instead of doing all the work together, what you did, you have divided the work. Got it? I hope you will get certain ideas where we can make use of this decorator. If you look at this first line, anybody will ask why we are going to decorate it. We will print simply the result hello only and it will be finished, right? Because it is not doing any specific work. It is simply printing some formatted things to you, dollar sign to you. But if you look on the item example second, so in this one, in the part as a functionality to wrapping it is checking something that B should not be 0.
Yeah.
If it is B is 0, you can give some message to the user. The same thing is known as the, we can take as an example in the closure. Okay, how we are going to close the things.
Yeah.
How we will close it now?
Like in the maybe we're gonna connect to that, right?
Let me explain you one more example. Yes, first example is the simple, second is the means more versatile as compared to the first one. Third will be little bit more than that, right? Yeah. The execution will start from this line only. Line number 15. What it is doing? Divide is an object. Inside that we are storing the result of the decorate divide, right?
Yeah.
Now it will again search where is the divide, where is the decorate. Two functions should be there, right? So divide is present over here only, and this decore is present, decorate is present over here. Now what special things it is doing? What it is doing?
Args.
No need to write A and B. Instead of that, we have written one common thing. Okay, that will be always replaced by the two arguments what we are going to pass it. Then how it is differ from the previous one? What the difference it is doing? So see the example, if we are having the divide with the 2 and 0.
Okay. For that it is divided into 2 and 0, 2 by 3 actually, and because of arguments information.
But here I am passing the 2 and 0. So 2 will be this one. Okay. 0 will be this one, second argument. So args and k args is not a specific thing. It is the same thing, but like the how the value we have ingested in the last sessions from the command prompt, you remember?
Yeah.
So that time we were not passing the values over here, we were sending the value from the command prompt. So here also what the value you will send for this one, that will be taken over here. Okay, and this args is the first one, kx will be like the second. So here if you see this k, this argument of 1 it is checking. What it is checking? Argument of 1.
0.
Yeah, it is checking with whether it is 0 or not. So args of 1. Args of 1 means the argument, second argument, not the first argument. Args of 0 means A. Args of 1 means B.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Suppose you need to pass one list instead of this two value, you need to pass the list. So that time it will helpful for you to make use of the args and k args. Okay, args of 1, args of 2, you can check it out, right? Suppose you have two multiplication of the three integers a, b, and c, okay, or a, b, c, or like the 5, okay, so all are greater than 0, but last one is greater equal to 0 only, not greater than and less than, it's 0, last value is 0. So instead of that, how we will come to if it is 1 or 2 value, you can directly see, okay. But if it is this line number 6 is the pull to the right inside, it is the towards the right hand side, it's full, right? How we will come to know that how many elements is there and what is the name of that? You need to check it out, right?
Yeah.
But you know the from the function from where you are calling it, you know that these are the either the 5 or the 10 elements is present, so you can directly check for the 10 elements. You will directly put over here the args of 9, right?
Yeah.
Directly, instead of giving the name, the same function it will work, only you have to provide the indexes over here and it is going to work, correct?
Yeah.
So instead of giving the names, what you are doing? You are simply changing the index and it is going to work.
Yeah.
Now again one question will come over here. The more versatile example for this one, I will type the half, you need to do the full. What is this example? So here like we have seen that one there is one function and there is one decorator, right?
Yeah.
What could be the scenario if we have multiple decorator? How we can handle that?
So we're gonna mention the functions actually.
Okay, just wait. So suppose there is one decor function, decor one, okay, and what it will do? It will decorate it. Means any functions where it is applying, it will print you the like this dollar sign. Okay, there is
Yeah.
another function decode to, okay, and what it will do? Whenever it is going to apply to any function, okay, it will print the hash, and I want my function over here, okay. Let me just make it full so it can be okay. See, like this one, earlier we were making use of the one decorator, right?
Yeah.
And we were easily able to get this output in this format. Now I want more than one decorator to be applied on this function. How we can apply? What could be the different logic to apply on this one?
So when we define the functions for both of them, we're gonna mention that when we're defining the decorator, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, first of all, we need to define one function only. Okay, that is the common point. Then we need to define the two decorator function, decor one and decor two, right? And in
Yeah.
both of the functions, what we have to do? We have to pass the same function as the argument, correct?
Yeah.
Decor one, it will function will be the argument. Again on decode two, function will be the argument. Now, so that is the point. Okay. So suppose this say hello itself. I am taking this say hello, and say hello should be called over here. Oh, what I copied. We are calling say hello function over here, right? Okay. Think somewhere that you have already defined the decode 2 and decode 1. Okay. Now how you are going to apply the rules for this decode 1 and decode 2 on this one? Otherwise, how this function will come to know that which decode it will be applied on, right?
Yeah.
What could be the logic? These functions should be informed, right? Say hello function should be informed that you will be applied with a T to decode, but it is not knowing right now, right?
Yeah.
Decode 1 is simply the plastic wrapper, and decode 2 is the sticker on that. Got it? Then your item is completely the gift item. So in function, like what the functions you have written, decode 1 and decode 2, right? These are the
Yeah.
two functions you have to write. Why I am giving this wrong? These are the two decorators you need to apply on this one, right?
Yeah.
But if you write like this one directly, will it take or not? It will come to not come to know, right?
Yeah.
Then you need to try this one and just see whether it is working. Got it?
Yeah.
You need to specify @ before
Decorate.
the original method, so that it can be come to know that it is having getting decorated by the two different methods. Correct?
Yeah.
So this all about the decorator. We have the generator. Now again your question will come into your mind. What is the generator? What is generator in our daily life?
Generate is something which can generate some.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
The something which is generating is known as generator, right?
Yeah.
And this generator can be anything, correct? A
Yeah.
person can also be generator, a machine can also be generator. Depends upon the work, what it is generating.
Yeah.
So this generator functionality and name wise, it's almost like same from the real world only, but how it is differ and where it is going to apply it and what could be the syntax of this one, right?
Yeah.
So this generator is nothing, but it is a kind of iterables. Earlier we have seen the decorator as a function, right? But it is iterables. What is iterable? Something, some collections from on which we can iterate from one to from the
Another.
starting to mid or the last, right?
Yeah.
Like the list, like say tuple, dictionary, like that, right? That are the iterables only. So this generator is also one of the kind of the iterable. Okay, it's kind of iterable. It is not the 100% iterable, but it is the behaving like the same, right? And if it
Yeah.
is behaving like the iterables, so what could be the features that is present inside this one? So example, we can take like the Python. In case of Python, we can take the Python list. That is one of the iterable, right?
Yeah.
So it is like that only, and how it is going to work and what it is good. Now, if the name is saying that it will generate something, what it will generate, right? Something it will generate, then only it's got its name.
Yeah.
So it will always generate a sequence of numbers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In case of list, what we are doing, we are iterating from one to another things. But in case of generator, it will generate a sequence of number. And how it is going to
We can.
generate sequence of not numbers but any value. Okay, but it should be sequence one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will always you have to pass something, and based on that, it is going to generate the sequence of that value.
Yeah. So do we import like a generate function or will be there?
that is the coming point to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So first we will see the syntax, then we'll see how it is going to work. Okay. So
Yeah.
how we are going to create a Python generator. How we will generate it? To create, let me write also because you will not remember, right? To create a Python generator, okay, what we will do, Python uh, generator, not generators, how to create the Python generator, and means there should be some specific way. By making use of that, only we can be tell that it's a generator, right? Otherwise, it how it is differ from the previous iterables. Okay.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, if you see some for loop, while loop, something, right? Any looping kind of the things, okay.
Uh,
And inside that, uh, if you see this keyword,
yeah.
oh sorry, my spelling mistake, eld. It means just think that it is the generator. So Python generator can be written inside any function, okay, but it should be returning something with the keyword eld. Eld is the keyword, like break we have seen, right? Similar
Yeah.
kind of the things, it is the eld. So till now we know that we have if we see this eld, we will come to know that this is the like generator and other things, right? How
Yeah.
we can write this one also? So let me write the rough syntax. Okay, so suppose this is one of the method or function. I am myself is always getting confused because I deal with the multiple language, and this is the side effect of that. Okay, so suppose this is a function counter. Okay, counter is a function, and inside that, if any variable is assigned with something like that 0.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and if you familiar with the while loop concept also, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar or not?
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah. So in case of while loop, if it has to work, first we need to initialize the variable. Okay, outside of the loop only, right?
Yeah.
So here, outside of the while only, I have initialized the I equal to 0. If it is a for loop, all together we can write inside the loop only, right?
Yeah.
And here, while I less than 10, if I is less than 10, what it will do? I will be simply incremented with the 1, right? This is the
Yeah.
normal how the while loop is working, right?
Yeah.
But where is that generator over here? We didn't see any generator till now, right? We didn't
Yeah.
see
So we
where we have to write the yield keyword. So we have to write the yield keyword over here. What it will yield?
I+1.
Whatever you wish, it will yield, right?
Yeah.
That is the print statement. So if you are simply yielding I, it will be I value is getting printed, right?
Yeah.
Then if you are seeing somewhere like this one, it means it is the behavior of the generator. Okay. So here, what is the name of the generator? Generator generator
I.
function name is the counter, right? Counter function. Counter is one of the function, and that is the generator. Inside that, it has the syntax like that, right?
Yeah.
And if you look over here, let me show you this same thing with a for loop. Okay, you will come to know where this one. I in counter function. This will be the your syntax, right?
Yeah. I print I.
Yeah. This will be your syntax, right? So this is with the looping, and this is with the generators. Correct?
Yeah.
Why we need this generator? What is specific in this one?
So it's gonna generate what are the values until
Hmm.
between
But if it is,
like
go ahead.
for I, we just gonna print that what was the value of I. That's it.
Yeah, because we didn't specify any condition and other things over there, right?
Yeah.
So eld is nothing but it is behaving like something like the print only, right?
Yeah.
It is almost same as the working wise, it is print only, right?
Yes.
So if anybody is saying you have to write one function, okay, I think I should write the question over here first to more clear. What you have to write? Write one. Oh, you have to write one generator. Okay, and what is this generator? It will be one of the function, right?
Yeah.
You have to write one generator function. It will take input as the input. What it will take? It will take one integer value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what will be the output? Output, you need to print even or odd, not by making use of the for loop like how we are doing, right?
Yeah.
So the same code, instead of writing directly, what you have to do, you have to write inside this one of the function, okay? And here you need to check the condition. Suppose you need to check the value I, whether it is the even or odd, right? So I could be like 7. So you need to put condition over here. If I modules or the remainder 2 is equal to 0, then instead of print I as the even, what you have to do? Yield, and you need to give the message. Correct? Yield, then even or yield odd. Like that you need to give. So you don't have to make use of the print statement over here. Correct?
Yeah.
Will you be able to write it, try it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
You try it. If it is any issue there, we will see it tomorrow. Okay. So in yield, the generators, and previously we have seen the examples, counters, repeat, and then we have seen the range also. We know, we are familiar with the range also, right?
Yeah.
Range functions to generate any specific range of the things, right? First example only we have seen in the first class.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to, instead of counter, you can try, like here it is a counter and it is asking some parameter. So you can directly take range, okay, and in that you can take a input as the 10 or 20 like that, and you can make use of that.
Yeah.
You tried it, okay. If
Yeah.
it is working, it's fine. If it is not working, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want to carry on or you want to have tomorrow?
Yeah, we can have them.
Okay. So we'll see tomorrow, right? Hello?
Yeah.